and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Friday, November 1st. Today marks day 13 of the Delphi Murders trial, where the defense will call more witnesses to the stand. News 8's Kyla Russell gets us caught up with the testimonies and other key moments from day 12.
Before the defense called their first two witnesses, the jury heard another round of confessions made by Richard Allen, this time in his own voice. Several phone calls from Allen inside the Westville Correctional Facility were played, mostly to his wife and mom. The first call the jury heard was from November 14th of 2022, just a few days after he arrived there. This call was to his wife, Kathy. He starts off by saying, "Tell the investigators to come and get me. I will tell them whatever they want me to." That call lasted about 3 minutes. The next calls are from April to June of last year. On April 3rd, he made several calls. In all of them, he confessed to the murders, even saying, "I did it. I killed Abby and Libby. And I need you to know I did this." In many of the calls, both Allen's wife and mom assure him he did not kill the girls, also telling him he was mentally ill. They asked him at times not to talk about the crimes over the phone, and Allen also mentioned in the calls several times that he felt he had lost his mind inside of Westville. The prosecution questioned State Police Master Trooper Brian Harshman. He's listened to every one of the about 700 calls made by Allen while in custody. The trooper told the jury he believes the voice in that bridge guy video that says the line, "We all know, down the hill," is absolutely Richard Allen's. The defense called its first two witnesses. First up was a woman named Cheyenne Mill. She was on the Monon High Bridge trails on February 13th and crossed the bridge around 2:50 in the afternoon. She said she never saw anything strange in the woods. She took a few Snapchat photos of the afternoon and later told police where she was. She also said she never saw Richard Allen. The defense called their second witness, Teresa Liebert. She lives near the bridge and saw someone she described as strange near mailboxes that day close to her house. She also told police about what she'd seen. The defense said they're working out exactly how to shape their case and what witnesses to call, as the judge says she still has a couple rulings to rule on. Reporting here in Delphi, I'm Kyla Russell for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
In Indianapolis, police are asking for the public's help after a person was shot and killed on the east side. IMPD says officers were called just after 7:30 last night to a neighborhood on Brook Crossing Lane. That's near North Cumberland Road and East 21st Street. Officers found a person in the middle of the road who was later pronounced dead at the scene. Police say the victim was a male, but they are unsure of his age. Officers say the area was busy with children trick-or-treating, but they don't believe any of them saw the shooting. If you have any information, you can call police or leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers. Today is the visitation for the Indiana soldier killed in Missouri. It comes as another soldier faces charges for her murder. Sarah Roque was from Ligonier and was serving at Fort Leonard Wood until searchers found her body there last week. Yesterday, Fort Leonard Wood announced that 21-year-old specialist Wooster Rancy had been charged with murder and obstructing justice. He's 21 years old and from Florida. They are not sharing any details about how Roque died or what led investigators to Rancy. Services for Roque start at 2 o'clock this afternoon at Yeager Funeral Home in Ligonier. On to a lighter subject. Let's talk Taylor Swift. She is here and bringing a lot of out-of-town visitors for her Eras Tour concerts. Visit Indy says people from outside the metro area make up most of the ticket sales. We are covering this story from a number of angles, but we begin with the financial impact. News 8's Colin Bailey reports.
9 figures in cash we're talking about. We are inside the Indiana Convention Center now. Taylor's playing, obviously you can hear in the background. We have the sweet Indy car behind us, Indy Air, and we have Claire from Visit Indy joining us. Just how cool is this? How exciting is this for the city?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm pinching myself. Taylor Swift was my first concert at Conseco at the time. So it's just a great weekend all around. And to end the final U.S. stop of the Eras Tour that'll go down in the record books, Indy could not be more pleased.
We talk about financial, impact. Obviously, it's 9 figures. But talk about tickets. 89% of the tickets are from outside of the Indy metro area.
Right. We are going to see first-time visitors, and the goal is for them to come back for a leisure stay, right? Come back to Indianapolis another time next year for maybe another concert, a convention, or just all of our amazing attractions that we have year-round. So we're really excited to capitalize on some of those folks that have never been to the city and to wow them with what Indy does best, which is world-class events.
There's a lot of things, too, for people to do. Outside of just the concert alone, we have the merch here, but there's a lot of things to come look at. There's an Indy car sitting here. The monument's been lit up pink. It's awesome. Talk about the many things people can do besides just going to the concert.
Of course, this is just another page out of our playbook for big mega events here in Indianapolis. It's been a record-setting year for tourism. So just like we did all year long, the hospitality community, our partners and museums and attractions are all coming on board to make the best weekend here in Indianapolis for these Swifties.
So we've really never seen a weekend like this ever here in Indy then.
Yeah, this will definitely be finishing out a record-setting year with a record-setting weekend across all tourism metrics.
You're having FOMO. You're leaving town.
Yeah, I am going to have some FOMO. I already got my bracelets on, so I'll do some trading today just to make the most of it. But it's going to be so amazing to see the city shine this weekend.
It's going to be a great weekend. The merch opens at 12 o'clock here today. Concert this evening kicks off 6:45. We'll be here all morning long bringing you all you need to know. But for now, at the Indiana Convention Center, I'm Colin Bailey for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
And with the influx of hundreds of thousands of people in the city, traffic will be treacherous. News 8's Cody Fisher has tips to help you get around.
Police are expecting at least 150,000 people downtown every night of the concert. Lucas Oil Stadium says people without tickets will not be allowed to tailgate outside. This is a map of the road closures that will happen every night at 11 p.m. An important place to know is this parking lot east of Lucas Oil Stadium, across the street from the downtown YMCA.
All ride shares will be there. We don't want them anyplace else because it's going to clog up the city.
That's also where parents can pick up kids.
We encourage that very strongly, not to have your kids out late. They need to go to that location, and their parents will be allowed into that lot to pick them up.
If you're driving to the concert and parking, IMPD says you must follow posted parking signs. Otherwise, you'll come out of the concert and your car could be towed.
If it says no parking, please do not risk it. Please do not park there.
One of the most important things IMPD wants people to do is be courteous of other drivers and pedestrians downtown.
Just be cautious. Be very vigilant about where you're going, where you're walking, where you're driving.
I'm reporter Cody Fisher for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
When it comes to the weather, Storm Track 8 says temperatures will be near normal today, but things will warm up a bit this weekend. Meteorologist Drew Narsutis has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
Temperatures are warming up significantly compared to what we saw in the morning hours. Plenty of sunshine out there and a breeze out of the north-northwest at about 9 miles per hour. So the wind was 10 earlier. It's at 9, I think. Again, as it slows down, hopefully we get that thing back up on Lucas Oil Stadium. Right now, central sliver of the state, not looking half bad, mid-40s to maybe some lower 40s still out there in locations like Newcastle, Crawfordsville. In general, we are warming up, and we're hoping to be in the mid to at least upper 50s later this afternoon, thanks to all the sunshine around. Currently not looking bad anywhere in the state, so we'll continue sunny through the rest of our noon hour and into the afternoon. As I mentioned, you're likely going to be mid to upper 50s, and along with that sunshine and not too much wind, it's going to be a comfortable fall day. In fact, 59 is about average high temperature for this time of year anyway, so seasonable, but certainly cooler than the last few days. We'll get chilly once again as you move into the evening hours. Skies will clear back out. That'll lead to another cold one out there Saturday morning, but at least another dry day out there. So looks like two of the three of Taylor Swift's time here in our forecast is going to be rain-free, but after that, looks like we could become wet and warm once again to start things off next week. We'll talk more coming up.
To get a peek at Drew's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. If you didn't snag tickets for the Eras Tour, you can also celebrate at the Indianapolis Zoo's Wildest Era Party. Fans will be able to trade their friendship bracelets and enjoy Swift-themed food and drinks. You can also look for clues in an album-themed scavenger hunt through the zoo. That celebration runs from 2 to 6 today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Tickets are $19.89, a nod to Swift's album of the same name, and tickets are free for Zoo members. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Friday, November 1st. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.